go do something. The gym is about to open in a little bit. Maybe I'll just get me a little quick workout. Think it open at 5. Then maybe eat a light breakfast or something. So, by the way, like I said, I want to thank everybody for the primarily positive feedback I got. Like I said before, man, I don't follow no scripts, man. I told you, man, I ain't about that, man. Like I said, a lot of people behind the scenes once again got mad at me because they wanted me to be an aerospace apologist and I wouldn't do it. And they call themselves keeping an eye on me and not trusting me, which I just want to say I don't care about your trust and I don't need your trust. And like I said before, I don't got no boss. I answer to no one. So just because I'm cool with people don't mean I have to think like them. I have my own mind. And I'm going to continue to have my own mind. And that's just real talk. But, I don't want to continue to keep like dwelling on this. I stand by everything I've said in regards to John Morant. Like I said, the way John Morant has been treated the last couple of days is absurd. He's been unfairly demonized. Like I said before, you got dudes that actually have committed crimes, and John Morant is getting treated worse than them. John Morant hasn't took anybody's life, but then you would think that John Morant, like, really did the unthinkable, went in the mall and all this kind of stuff, or a bank or a movie theater. But John Morant hasn't been arrested for anything. And this is the problem that I have with a lot of this fake outrage. All these people like Charles Barkley, some of these dudes ain't in no position to say nothing. Charles Barkley is one of the fakest dudes I've ever seen in my life. Love coming down on the brothers, but want to defend the other. And Shaquille O'Neal and I gotta take Kwame Brown to task too. Kwame Brown can't really talk about nobody. Kwame Brown filmed himself going to confront somebody, and he was insinuating that he had a weapon on him, and he was ready to delete him. But then he's sitting up talking about basically black men always want to harm each other. And the same with these dudes like Charleston White. Like I say, Charleston White is walking hypocrisy. Like I said, I don't take nothing Charleston White says seriously. And anybody that believe in somebody like Charleston White, something is seriously wrong with you. A dude that constantly says he wants to help the community, but he only threatens to do harm to people that's from his community. Only threatens black people. Only threatens to do stuff to black people. I mean, he talks his stuff, but then, it is what it is, though. I'm just saying, dude, had that same stance on everything. Like I said before, what happened with me in the airport, I was willing to put a hurting on that redneck. And that's just real. Was I putting on my cape? Was I being a simp? No, not really. Because I wasn't looking for anything in return from that lady. I wasn't doing it because I thought she was fine. I just thought it was the right thing to do because she was being harassed and picked on. And nobody stepped in to say nothing, but I did. So I don't regret it. But JJ Redick came with some great points, some facts. I don't know if he listened to my video because everything he said in his video was my sentiments about First Amendment rights, about the internet, and about being investigated, and they found him to be, and as far as the law goes, he wasn't in violation of the law. And like I said, I'm just calling out a lot of this hypocrisy. And then all these dudes on here talking about he should be suspended for a year and stuff. Come on, man, get out of here. Get out of here. Like I said before, I'm not worried about his money, because at the end of the day, if he willing to walk away from this is him. Now I'm gonna do a video about Jordan Poole and what I heard about him, which, at the end of the day, I guess you could call that semi pocket watcher. But then this is, but I do have to speak my mind because at the end of the day, I am concerned. But John Morant, here's the thing. Everybody keep talking about, well, and I knew people was going to come up with some excuses, but I noticed that people been pretty silent about that Chris Kaman thing because I'm one of the very few people that went, that basically went viral about it, that started speaking on it and basically calling out the hypocrisy of Adam Silver and David Stern. When you come with receipts and when you come with facts, pretty much people can't really dispute what you're saying. And I promise you, mainstream media is not going to talk about Chris Kaman. They're praying that somebody don't bring this up. And I'm telling you right now, had JJ Redick brought up Chris Kaman, oh, it would have been a wrap. He would have shut it down. And, I see Charles Barkley sitting up here. Like I said, Charles Barkley is the last person I would take advice from. See, that's why I hate white people. This is a dude that spit on somebody. For real. This is a dude that spit on somebody. Listen, we all make mistakes and I understand that. I made mistakes. I've never claimed to be perfect, but at the end of the day, the stuff that I used to do, I don't do it anymore. I changed my life when I became a father. For real. And I ain't one of these dudes that constantly have it in for black people. I ain't one of these content creators that want to get 500,000 subscribers by always putting down and talk about people from my own community. I will call them out. And that's real. Once again, you got people making more excuses for Dylan Roof and these dudes that didn't shut up grocery stores and malls and all that stuff. You got people making excuses for them, but then they trying to demonize John Morant. Let me explain something. I'm so tired of hearing this stuff about role models and all this stuff. I don't depend on nobody to raise my children. And when I hear people say that kind of stuff, athletes are role model based off what? No, athletes are athletes. Their job is to entertain, play ball, help the prospective team, what prospective city they play in, win games, win championships, and make money. All this stuff about the children and all that stuff, the NBA, if they so worried about the children, how come they constantly play explicit rap music or explicit music where you got people, overgeneralizing sex and violence and all that type of stuff. So like I said, the hypocrisy that's coming out of some of these people that's coming down on JJ Redick is just laughable. I mean, coming down on, some people are coming down on JJ Redick because he told the truth. But this stuff, making it look like John Morant is some kind of terrorist, that's what I have a fucking problem with. And I'm going to continue to spew that out. You would think, like I said, John Morant is Bin Laden. You would think John Morant did what Timothy McVeigh did. And we know what he did. He blew up a damn building and killed hundreds of people. All this over showing a damn gun on the internet? Is you serious? All this. Treating that man like he a domestic terrorist or something. And people saying, well, they wanted to make him the face. I never heard no video of John Morant saying he wanted to be the face of the NBA. This cliche stuff got to stop. There's no role models. At the end of the day, these dudes are human beings. I don't expect no white man, no black man, no black woman, no white woman to raise my children. That is on TV. I'm the parent. My name is on a birth certificate as the parent, not nobody else. That has been the biggest crock of stuff ever. Most of these people in the entertainment business is more shadier than any regular dude that you can think of. David Stern was one of the most shadiest persons ever. This dude loved to lay down the law, but yet he rigged the draft. Rigged a few drafts. Yeah, I said it. Like I said before, I'm going to say this again. I am not happy with what I'm seeing with Ja Morant. I am not happy whatsoever. Do I like it? I'm going to say this again. Not really. But should Ja Morant be criminalized and demonized the way he's been? And this is what I mean. Like I said, they're doing this for views at the expense of Ja Morant. Because I'll promise you, if this was a white boy, this wouldn't be no bigger deal. And stop trying to use status and all that kind of stuff. Because if that's the case, I shut a dude down who tried to talk that, oh, it was because of his stature and all that kind of stuff. Okay, well, if that's the case, then how come Ben Roethlisberger, who basically got accused of the same stuff Deshaun Watson got accused of, got suspended for what? Originally 6 games and they reduced it to 4. Deshaun Watson got suspended for what? 12 games? 12 games. Wasn't arrested, wasn't charged. So Ben Roethlisberger is a superstar. Like I said, why did Deshaun Watson get more games than Ben Roethlisberger? Since you want to play that game, since you want to go by status, Ben Roethlisberger is a 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. And I mean, they fought. I mean, Roger Goodell fought to get Ben Roethlisberger's suspension reduced. See, people don't never want to have these type of conversations. And then you get people that say, hey, please don't make this about race. Please don't make this about, I'm making it about race, because it's always about race. It's always a different set of rules for the white boys versus the brothers. And like I said before, not only do you see, a lot of white supremacy with white supremacists, you see a lot of white supremacy through black people. We can't tell the truth to save our lives. This JJ Redick thing was eye-opening. And I know he pissed a lot of people off because he didn't go against you know what I'm saying? He didn't do the go along, get along. Where you had a white dude that basically was being logical and telling the truth. And the reason why a lot of these niggas is mad at JJ Redick, because he made them look bad because he said what they should have been saying. So once again, man, I want to give props to JJ Redick for being the voice of reason. Everything he said was logical and made perfect sense from a legal standpoint to a moral standpoint. He just basically called out the selective outrage. And like I said before, I'm going to say this again before I end this video. I am not happy with what I'm seeing with Ja Morant. But am I going to criminalize this dude? Am I going to make him out to be the second coming of Hitler or Stalin? People like that? No, I'm not. Am I going to make him out to be Dylan Roof, Timothy McVeigh, people like that? Hell no. Like I said, lamestream media, they just busted again for just basically doing what they love to do best, which is demonize a black man. So there you have it. Appreciate you guys tapping in. It's your boy Town Biz.